So, this is part 2 of The Old Man and the Sea. The blood in the water draws blood hungry visitors, sharks. First one, then another, then a pack, drawn from miles away by the scent of marlin trailing in the current. The Santiago fights them off with everything he's got left, his harpoon, a knife lashed to an oar, finally just with the oar itself, swinging in the dark like a man swinging at ghost. But there was always more sharks than the weapons. First shark attack, Santiago kills it with his harpoon. Now the harpoon is lost. More shark comes. He fashions his spear from a knife tied to an oar. He fights again. Knife breaks. He grabs the clubs, then the tillers, anything he can use. One by one, he beats back the sharks, but each fight costs him one another piece of the fish until by the time Santiago finally rows back into the harbor in the black of the night, there is nothing left tied to his boat but a bare gleaming 18-foot skeleton. No meat, no money, no price to show to the village. The villagers only see the bones. They never see the struggle, they never see the courage, they never see the sacrifice. Now, how often does that happen in real life? People judge results, people rarely see the journey. They see the promotion, not the years of rejection behind it. They see the medal, not the mornings before sunrise. They see success, not the thousands of nights, thousands of hours of quiet battles that nobody applauded for. Let's come back. Exhausted beyond words, Santiago carries his mast on his shoulders back to his shack. The image is unforgettable. An old man carrying the weight of everything he has endured. He falls back onto his bed and sleeps deeply like a dead man. The old man is no longer alone. The story ends with Santiago dreaming once more of lions playing on the beaches of Africa. Morning comes. Meanwhile, villagers finally notice the size of the marlin skeleton. Only now they do understand what Santiago had accomplished. Manolin visits the old man, sees his injured hands, and begins to cry because he understands better than anyone exactly what his old friend survived. He promises he will fish together again. This really feels warm. He tells Santiago there is still so much to learn from him. Tourists at a cafe glance at the strange white ribs still lashed onto the wreck and ask the waiter what kind of fish it is. The waiter doesn't even know how to explain it. Nobody there has the finest idea of what exactly happened out on that water. Manolin finds Santiago's shack, hands on the ribbons, body broken with exhaustion. And he promises that they are going to go fishing together again. And Santiago, battered, empty-handed, and just drifts back to sleep. Santiago lost everything you could ever hold in its hands, and none of it actually mattered. He didn't come home with a fish, he came home with a proof to himself, if to no one else. At least it was to him who exactly what he was when no one is watching and no one was there. And maybe the real catch of The Old Man and the Sea, Hemingway leaves us with one powerful line, and it's one of my most favorite line in English literature. A man can be destroyed but never defeated. I will read that again. A man can be destroyed but not defeated. Now this line always gives me goosebumps. Some of the greatest battles of our lives will be filled with no crowd, no cameras, no keeping scores. They happen alone in the dark, far from the shore. And whether to and whether or not single other soul ever knows about it, what it costs to hold that line, just know one thing, it was real, and so are you. And loneliness isn't when we are alone, it is when we are going through a story of a life that is that really has no witness. And loneliness doesn't mean you are doing something wrong. In our lives, we think getting exhausted, lonely, or going days after days with no visible results, thinking we are probably going in the wrong direction. But pain, exhaustion are not signs that you're doing it wrong. Most importantly, you don't have to win every time to not to be a failure. The 84 days of nothing weren't wasted. They were just count before the day 85. And one of the key things that I personally take from this story, that the mountain doesn't really hate the climber, now does it? Nor the exam hates the student, or the business doesn't hate the entrepreneur. The challenge just simply exists. But we have to remember one thing, the role of companions like Manolin, if we have them, hold on to those persons. Until next time.